we are live. Hello everyone. Our topic today will be the Rallysimfans Rally Launcher. So I will go through every small details that is input here. Well, not everyone, but all the important ones I will go through. So first of all, when you jump onto the RSF Launcher, you should click on the advanced options from here. Without the advanced options, you don't have all the buttons and such things to play on here. So I recommend that you click on advanced options like this, and then you, for example, get such a keep RBR alive in background, etc. First of all, if you want to auto log on to RSF web, you input your account name here and password here, and check this box. RSF plugin logons automatically to RSF web in online and hot lap when you have put this check box. And then I recommend to put auto navigate to RSF. When you open the game, it will auto navigate you to the first page of Rallysimfans plugin, and show RSF in main menu is also recommended here. My page notes, well, if you have made page notes or downloaded, you can, for example, I choose Banov stage here. You can change the page notes here for default page notes, or because I have loopy page notes, I can change them to be like loopy page notes. And I have made some small tweaks here and there on Banov stage, so those are my page notes. My replays, you can find a lot of replays here. As you can see, I have driven a lot of events previously, so I have replays here. You can also delete all the replays here if you want. Let's go to the screen and graphics. Here are some important things for you to have on. Make sure that you use the resolution that your gaming monitor use. I have 3440 /1440 4K monitor, and I'm using this resolution. Full screen mode is recommended to be normal, and graphics mode also normal. Sometimes you need to input Vulkan mode here, but it's rarely on my half at least. And RBR gaming monitor, I leave this always to default, so it uses the correct monitor. Then it is recommended to use vertical sync, V-sync, just because this will adjust your FPS to be exact the same that your gaming monitor refresh rate. So this is very recommendable to use V-sync. And of course, if you want to use a little lower graphics, you may input the resolutions or quality of the render and particles and PTP render quality to be a little lower than high. I recommend that you will not use any kind of particles while you are driving. You can use those on replays, but because you are always watching in front of you, you don't have time to watch the dust cloud behind your car. And also same approves on the cubic environment maps. This will improve FPS while you are playing. And replay, I always use the maximum on these three and normal on cubic. And I will also render the car shadows on replays. You don't need those to be rendered on the while you are driving. I don't have any kind of knowledge of the virtual reality settings yet. I have old VR glasses, but I haven't used those on Richard Perceval yet, so I need to do that someday maybe. Let's hop on to the next cockpit and dashboard page. From here, I have my own personal reference paper here, so I can follow the paper and what I have some info here. Distance and speed unit. You might want to use metric or imperial here. That depends where are you from. Same applies to here. Celsius or Fahrenheit, temperature units. On-screen visual steering wheel rotation. I leave this to 180 normally. So I don't know. Is there any kind of meaning for this? Race camera is the one that when you jump to the stage and start the stage, it is the camera that will be used directly. So you can leave this to default, but I am using internal because I have changed all the cars' internal camera to be my personal preferable view. Disable shaking in internal camera. When this option is enabled, then internal cam view doesn't shake while driving. Yeah. When you hover onto these things, it will show you what does this mean. So for example, steering wheel hide, show and hide a steering wheel in the cockpit view, or use the default visibility of the car model. I am hiding while I'm racing because my steering wheel, my actual steering wheel that is here, it is in front of my view, so I don't need to use the in-car steering wheel view at all. Same applies to the everything else here also. Then jump to the controls. If you need to use inverted pedals, you must have these checked. These checkbox checked here. And I am using the 3, 2, 1 countdown post, and it will release with handbrake. So when you start the stage, it will not jump directly to the countdown. You need to pull your handbrake before the countdown starts. And And here are some input rates. I am using 1000 Hertz here, and I'm always auto hiding my mouse pointer also. And then we jump to the important things that really matters on force feedback settings. Of course, you need to check this. Use force feedback effects and use parallel force feedback effects, and this is 1000 Hertz also. But these are the numbers that with high-end steering wheels you can use high numbers here, because well I am using SimuCube 2, so it is a really high-end, and there is a lot of force feedback on that steering wheel. So I am using 600 here, and as this can tell you, lower value is sharp, so smaller value means that every small bump feels bigger to your steering wheel, and with the 600 there, the steering wheel is not so sensitive for the smaller bumps in the road. The same applies to the tarmac and snow also. If this feels too light, turn the in-game force feedback settings a little. Just make more FFP strength there, and adjust your steering wheel torque up, and if it's still too dull, turn up FFP sense. So here. That way you get a larger difference in force feedback output between small stuff like weight transferring and small or big impacts from bumps and jumps. Steering wheel settings. You might check this also if you want the game to adjust the steering wheel range per car. I'm not using this. And from here, if you are using Mosa, C-Magic, VRS, Camus, or MS Sidewinder, you need to check this. And while you are driving, my car's list will improve. Telemetry data you can find here if you are using, like I am using the what it is called. I don't remember my plugin that shows me the dashboard while I am driving. You need to input this telemetry info to that, and from here there is all the plugins that are opened while you are playing the game. This was a short info about the launcher. Most important thing from here is the control FFP sensitive range if you are using high-end equipment. Increase these to be close to 600, maybe a little more. Or 600 is the maximum value, yeah. 400 to 600 is a good, I guess so. Because the tarmac feeling is much more stiffer on this game, I'm using 530 on the tarmac. But yeah, and of course the screen and graphics, make sure that you are using the correct resolution here. This is important to be just your gaming monitor's resolution. And FPS problems will help if you are using vertical sync. But yeah, this was a really short Rally School lesson today, but yeah. Next week there will be no Rally School at all and no live streams at all, because we are heading to the Sector Rally Finland. We are having a really cool sim pit there, and you can come there to drive also if you want. Simulators there are completely free to use. But hey, that was it for tonight. We will see tomorrow at the same time, and I will be driving all our weekly RBR Richard Burns rally events tonight. And not tonight, tomorrow night. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, hopefully.